halftime to start the third quarter. And now the third quarter about to get going.
Looking at the game for Kawhi Leonard, he has 8 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And it was a good one, too. Really one of the highlights, I thought, of the game defensively.
Trailblazers leading by 7. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Batum in the small forward position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. Here's Aldridge. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Parker's shot is off.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Well, Tony Parker, an excellent scorer. Creative finisher, certainly inside with a smooth pull-up jump shot from mid-range. Steve, when he gets in the lane, he is dynamite.
And he draws fouls at a very high rate for a point guard. He's so good at initiating contact and then forcing the officials to make a call. And what that does, it gets you free points. It also allows you to set up your defense at the other end.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. It's so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Splitters checked in for Kawhi Leonard. What an asset to a team when you've got big men who can knock down free throws. Look here at the top centers and power forwards in terms of free throw percentage this season. Second, LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's a very confident group of players at the foul line. You know, we've seen a lot of guys at that size struggle from the free throw line, but these are good shooters here.
Oh, I want to check you on that now. Not all big guys struggle at the stripe, Steve. I know you're a little fella, but there are some excellent free throw shooting big men around. None more so than the group here.
Lillard. Blocked. They retain possession. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question, and that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Well, how about the numbers for this club? As a team, 79% from the free throw line this year.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Well, jersey advertising, an idea that had been bandied about for a long while. Last season, in lieu of that, the league tested out advertising on the court apron for the first time, as well as a small ad on the top of the backboards. So the league, of course, always looking for new revenue streams.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Blake's checked in. The shot's good from Lopez.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And Steve, you mentioned the apron advertising. It's only being allowed for locally broadcast games.
And I think that makes sense, Kevin. Viewers probably see it more than they would see stitching on a player's jersey, and I think keeping the ads off the court and the players is a good line to draw.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. And McCollum subbed in for Wesley Matthews. San Antonio calls timeout. Nicholas Batum, the 25th pick back in 2008. He's played his entire career, Steve, with this Blazer team.
Yeah, and a coveted player league-wide, Kevin, because he plays both ends. Excellent defender. He's got that length, good three-point shooter. And remember, the Timberwolves tried to sign him as a restricted free agent a couple of years ago, but the Blazers matched that four-year, $46 million offer.
Aldridge. Shot to stop the run. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Feeds it to McCollum. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
You know, Batum is viewed as a potential defensive stopper. Has not quite reached that level yet, struggling against stronger three-men, but his length and mobility do make him a factor.
And for Batum defensively, a good shot blocker. Not as many steals as you might expect, but between his rebounding and his efficient scoring, he's a quality player.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Martin is checked in. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games, not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
107 left here in the third quarter. Mills dishes to Green. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Blocked. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
And the Spurs have done an amazing job, Clark, over the years surrounding Duncan with the right kind of talent.
And Tim Duncan has done a great job leading and making adjustments in his own game. They're a team with great scouting and development of their players. You talk to players who've been there. That's one of the things they rave about, Kevin, is they get the attention for their individual development. And all of their players were not lottery picks. Most of them were mid, late, first-round picks, some second-round guys, and it's just another example of doing it the right way at the highest levels.
A different look now for San Antonio. Bellinelli comes in for Splitter. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Daniel Green. Trailblazers leading by 11. Barton kicks to Leonard. 14 feet away. Here's Aldridge. Bellinelli pulls it in. Leonard attacking. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Portland out in front. They lead by 11. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Spurs trail by 11. On the court right now for the Spurs. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Duncan out there with Bellinelli. And it's Bonner in the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here's Matthews from the arc. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Aldridge, the pass to Leonard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. And he gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
They have found their groove from deep, Steve.
Pass to Bellinelli. They kick it out to Green. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Pass to Duncan. Another shot. Shot is off. Aldridge with some nice D. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Matthews throws it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
And Parker, here we go. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, both in terms of his game and his personality. He's just a winner and a leader, but he does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Duncan with a screen on Lillard. And Parker, here we go. He took good advantage of that screen.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
A different look now for Portland. Robin Lopez is checked in for Myers Leonard. And it's Batum and for Jarrell Wright. And San Antonio with the change here too. Leonard's checked in. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He wanted his guys to keep up the intensity, saying, if any of you think this game is over, you're wrong. We've got work to do. I don't want to see any letdown on the defensive end of the floor. Guys, let's watch how it plays out.
All right, Doris, thanks. Count that one.
France is really producing quality NBA players. Think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Parker. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together and they'd won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France definitely in that upper echelon.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. And now we'll get perspective here on how the